Hello, and welcome back to Risk of Rain 2 Hope Dailies. Our random character for the day is going to be the Captain. What a fun fellow this guy is. He's got fun beacons, drops orbital bombs, has a big old shotgun. Fun time, fun time. It is 6:13 p.m. on a Wednesday. I forgot it was Wednesday for like a hot while there, which was a real fun moment. Oh, he just went flying right up there, didn't he? Alright, well. Either way. Interesting events the last couple of days. Let's see. Well, as far as Wednesdays go, today was pretty uneventful. I mean, kind of just preparation for the clusterfuck that of a weekend it's going to be this weekend. Holy crap, is there a lot of shit going on. You know, the aforementioned Vespers, theater. Oh yeah, last night we had a 2.5 hour long Vespers rehearsal. That was fun. I'm joking, of course. I didn't realize it was 2.5 hours long, or that everyone, like all the choirs in the band, were going to be there. So I came dressed in pajamas and a winter coat that I couldn't take off because, you know, I was wearing disgusting checkered pajamas. So it was very hot, very, very tiring. You know, I mean, I guess that's what I get for being the moron who didn't wear like proper clothes to, you know, a rehearsal for a very important concert. But hey, you know, you win some, you lose some, you learn some, right? As far as school goes, I finally got assigned my liberal arts essay, and I had to figure out why the hell I think liberal arts is important in comparison to like other forms of college teaching. That wasn't even close to killing. Alright, never mind. And that's like an interesting debate, I feel. Solely because I like it. Just not something I put a whole lot of thought into, I guess. Like, you would think as, like, a person who goes to a liberal arts college and, like, you know, is actively benefiting from the fact that I get to follow both of my passions as in, you know, theater and the arts in general and computer science, that, like, I'd be all over the liberal arts education. But to be completely honest, I never really put a whole lot of thought behind it. It's just kind of been like, you know, that's the status quo of my life, and I didn't really think about it too much beyond that. So writing a 1,000-page essay on something like that's gonna be a whole lot of fun, a whole lot of something. Is that? Oh my god. Okay. Well, we have a run on our hands today. I think this is gonna be a little bit gross. As far as other Hope events go, I finally got the folk song I'm singing for Bright Star for. I'm sure it won't matter that much, just seeing as, like, you know, they're gonna give the lead parts to upperclassmen most likely, seeing as I think the play for lowerclassmen this year was certainly the Wolves, so we'll see if upperclassmen really get to or if lowerclassmen get to have too big of a part in Bright Star this year. We'll see. I mean, as far as musicals go, Bright Star certainly isn't on like my most excited for this year list. You know, I mean, I just don't like country that much. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very proud of the fact that I'm not a country fan. Speaking of, like, what? No other form of music is as divisive as country, like universally divisive. You know, like, sure, there's the mumble rap versus the world debate, but I feel like there's pretty easy to figure out sides to that one. You know, like you're either pro mumble rap and don't understand like what music is, or you're anti-mumble rap, which is like 85% of the population, right? I mean, like, I don't, especially because of how much that's like died off, you know, and gotten beamed into the void. essentially, by everyone with any amount of music taste. I find it like strange that country hasn't gone and died a similar death. Like, don't get me wrong, like, there used to be good country. I mean, I'm one of the believers that country used to be amazing. You know, I mean, old country's great. You got your Dolly Parton, you got your, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm well versed in old country, but like the shit that I've listened to is really good. I mean, if you're not a Dolly Parton fan, I don't know what kind of human you are. You know, are you even working 9 to 5 at that point? If you aren't jamming to that little tune in your head, you know, do 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 do. It's a stupid bit. Well, anyway, I digress. It's like modern country is like the most hated form of music that like is still obscenely popular, from what I've seen. You know, like, because those guys still make a shitload of money. Like everyone like talks about how much they hate them, but like someone's giving them clicks. You know, someone's listening to them on Spotify. There's some fucker out there whose Spotify rap that just came out today. It's like 85% country, and oh, I would have been very upset with you, sir. It was like 85% country, and like 0% quality. You know, like their top 5 songs are whatever stadium country horse shit that like came out this year. I don't even know. Like, what happened in the world of stadium country this year? Like, what? Has any bangers come out for in the stadium country world? This is a very slow stage 1. I mean, that's partially because of Captain and partially because I'm desperately trying to find any other light chest. Wow, there's just nothing on this stage. All right, well, you know, amazing stage 1. Start the boss. Don't get too mad about it, I think. But and I guess as far as country goes, at least like to everyone who hates it, like it's pretty universal that like it's just bad. Oh my god. So you know, every like even political rivals can come together like, hey, I might hate you for your tax policies, but at least we both hate country, you know. I mean, so I guess I'm glad it's still around by that standpoint. You know, I mean, I guess my biggest issue is that it's just not honest anymore. I mean, as Bo Burnham pointed out in his hit song "Country Boy," and one of his live comedy appearances, he, you know, it's very disingenuous nowadays. Like, it's not, you know, he's not like the guy who wrote that song isn't writing it on a field. He's writing it from like an office in the middle of New York that costs more than like your entire life, you know? He's not recording it out at his farmhouse with like, you know, money he scraped together and like a country accent he got from living in the South. He's faking that country accent, and he's recording it in a multi-million-dollar recording studio with a microphone that costs as much as your whole field did. With audio equipment that like makes your fucking tractor look like a NASCAR toy. I don't know, fucking Hot Wheels, you know? NASCAR toy. Yeah, that one. We're gonna go with we're on option number 1 there, boss. Oh, that was just the worst possible option. Well, time to dive off into the abyss. Oh, Jesus! If you can't tell, I'm a lot more focused on the game today than I usually am. It's just because like I thought maybe a little bit more of a banter to gameplay balance would more efficiently like, you know, make it so that the gameplay is necessary, right? Like it's part of the experience. The experience, you know. Like it's not like completely unrelated. It's just like mostly unrelated. Also, so that like if something cool happens, I can be like, wow, that was cool, and they can go, wow, I thank God Wesley told me that was cool, or else I wouldn't have known that was cool, you know? Because I want you guys to enjoy it, whoever you guys ends up being, probably nobody, but, you know. I mean, I want the viewing experience to be as like quality as possible. So I'm experimenting. As far as visually impressive characters go, though, Captain is not the coolest. I mean, the items I have are very cool. A lot of very flashy synergies already. You got big old crit numbers and the missiles and the meat hook grabbing all the enemies from all over. It's very fun. You know, if you wanted a run with big old numbers, this is the run for it for sure. What else has happened in the last like couple of days? I'm trying to think, cause like there's got to be other stuff, right? Like, my life ain't that boring. As far as like things that I did on Tuesday, I did roughly, literally nothing yesterday besides record an episode and do my daily writing. I didn't have a class because we had like our essay meetings instead, and I did that on Monday. So I had like absolutely nothing going on, which on one hand was very nice. It was very therapeutic to have like a day off before, you know, my life becomes a temporary hell for the next couple of weeks. At the same time, I would have maybe appreciated a little bit of a schedule to work my life around, you know? I mean, I did go to that choir thing, but that was from 7 to 9:30, and by the time 9:30 rolled around, I was way too tired to like actually do something important with my life. Just because of how strenuous the choir thing was. I mean, just by its very nature, we were all standing very crowded in a space and singing, you know, intense songs for a long time. It was very physically strenuous, in a word, in 2 words actually. Finished our last round of acting scenes in Acting 1. It's a big achievement, I think. The fact that, you know, everyone in the class has come so far. I'm very proud of everybody. Very cool to see. A lot more talented actors than me, that's for sure. It's kind of awesome, actually. I really enjoy watching these people be successful. Because, I mean, like, that's... You know, a lot of these people, they're taking this class because that's what they want their career to be. You know, I mean, I'm not doing that. But like some of these people, you know, they want theater to be their lives, and that's so cool. I mean, I wish I had the confidence to do that. You know, I wish I was one of those people who could confidently say like, yes, I want theater to be my life. You know, like I enjoy theater. I love it. It keeps me sane. I just don't think there's a universe where I could confidently say, like, I want to do theater as a career, you know? It's so risky. It's so risky and such a... Like, there's not a whole lot of people who do acting, but, you know, I mean, it's still a very saturated market. Like, it's both very hard to find work and also, like, a very niche field. Like, like on one hand, there's not, like, you know, I guess it's hard to find work because it's a niche field. You know, you don't, unfortunately, unlike a lot of jobs, there aren't a whole lot of slots for actors and other artists, you know? I mean, I wish there was. I wish that artists had a more prevalent, you know, part of a piece in today's pot, you know? I mean, besides the obvious, like, artists that make more money than God because they're paid by suspiciously wealthy furries. I mean, those do exist, and those guys are very successful, and I'm happy for them. I hope they can live with themselves, you know? I mean, if they got the talent for it and make the money, you know, whatever. I'm not gonna judge them. I'm gonna judge the guy paying $300 to have a picture of their persona drawn, having like sex with, you know, fucking whatever his name is from How to Train Your Dragon. The dragon, not the owner. Toothless. Yeah, I don't understand the mindset of wanting to pay a bunch of money for like something like that, you know? I mean, I guess I don't understand paying a whole lot of money for art in general. I mean, I appreciate that art is beautiful, and I have paid for art before. I needed to get a commission for a D&D character that I played for 4 years, but like, just like I don't know, people like collect like hundreds of pieces of art of like the character they made having different types of like horrifically creepy sex, you know? Like, maybe that's maybe that's a controversial opinion. I'm not sure what is happening over here. To change the subject off of something so ridiculously uncomfortable. That poor turret is getting just getting destroyed over here. I mean, he's fine now, but good God, the things are not happy he's there. Well, I'm gonna leave him to his own. I guess I also don't like, being an artist is so strange, right? Because a lot of the time you're less getting paid off of like by like salary, like hours. You know, you're not getting paid salary or hourly. You're getting paid like by commission. You know, and usually that's either up front or when you finish. But like either way, it's not like you're getting paid for time invested. Like you're getting paid up front or at the end, like for the product. Which is very much so like more volatile than a lot of other pay schemes, because even if you like, let's say, you know, two artists get the same amount of commissions for the same amount of money, but you know, artist A it's just like having a hard drawing day or something. It takes like an hour longer per drawing. Like at that point, they're just making less money per hour. Even if they got paid the same amount per commission, I mean, they're still getting paid less per hour. So it encourages you to make quality art to like lure in more investors, but at the same time, like it does, like, encourages you to maybe hurry a little bit, you know? Sure, that's, you're like, but hurrying with your art, like, that could never happen. But you know, really, that's how the business is built. Like, if you take too much time, you're not making enough money to live off of. And you know, a lot of the time, the dumbasses that are paying you $1 billion for you know, a picture of Millie the meerkat or whatever. Yeah, Millie the meerkat, my new persona. Like, I guess like a lot of times they aren't really, you know, quality isn't quite the first thing coming to mind. And it's another thing, because like, music is so much different, you know? Because for music, when you get paid, you're getting paid off of like how many people listen to your music or buy your music. So it's a lot of the same thing, just with a lot less risk, right? Because, or more risk, I guess, depending on how you see it, right? Because instead of making this thing for one person so they pay you, you're making this thing so that a lot of people can pay you like smaller amounts. And I think the overhead on the amount of money you can make making music is higher than traditional art. But at the same time, I don't think it's like as high some other extremely high-paying jobs. And then you go to a different art form, like acting for theater, and that's usually hourly, which is very confusing. Because music and traditional drawn art, or painted, or graphical, either way, is based on like product, but usually acting is hourly, or like by contract once you get to the big leagues, Which, I mean, music is by contract once you get to the big leagues too, but I'm more talking about the indie scene, I suppose. But that's also very strange to me. Like, I guess, because you could make like a wonderful piece of art in like a traditional drawn art, or like music, and take a very long time to do it, and you'll make less money for someone who gets the same amount of streams and etc. that you did, but took half the time. But for acting, it's more about like the progress. They pay you for your time because you need the time to develop your skills. At least that's what I've gathered. Which is just it's interesting, because it's just like how different the art world is from like each thing. And then and if you count like mediocre commentary videos on YouTube as an art, like they also are getting paid off of like if they're getting paid by video, by product, that's why. And there's two ways to go about that, I think. Holy crap. There's like the daily uploads that are shorter sort of deal, or there's the like the Twitch vlogs guy who already makes his money off of Twitch and then uploads them to YouTube for like a little bit extra hit of that cash. Or there's the long form videos that take like a long time, and they like get a lot of views in the moment, but maybe the long-term financial security of that sort of YouTube business isn't as great, just because you make one video that isn't quite as interesting but still took you like a month to make, then you're really fucked on that month's bills, which is just really unfortunate, And I think that's really sad that that's how the business works, because personally, most of my favorite content is a lot of those longer form, well edited like videos. You could tell took somebody like a month of their life in like creative energy to create. Because a lot of those videos are freaking like beautiful, like, just wonderful to watch and listen to, and the script is smart. And there's so much, it's just dripping with effort and creativity, and they're usually about something that's very interesting, like your inside of minds with your mysteries, and your Wendigoons with your more regular podcasty style things about like conspiracy theories or the Bible, all sorts of stuff like that. And a lot of those videos are a lot more risky to do as like a financial option, just because if you make one video that no one gives a shit about and it takes you forever, then you're really, really screwed. While if one of the daily upload gamer type fellas, if they make a video no one cares about, like, oh no, there's 3 other videos coming out that day. We're going back to like Northern Lion or something. Like he tried uploading the Inscription series to YouTube when it didn't go anywhere because it's not a roguelike, or Super Auto Pets, which is apparently like crack if you're a YouTube viewer or a Twitch viewer, which is fair. That game is very fun. I don't know if you guys have played Super Auto Pets, anyone watching this, but if you haven't, I really recommend you do. It is a great fucking game. It looks like it's made for 4-year-olds, and that is a very like fair point. It definitely does not exude the mature game sort of graphics and like style that you would expect from from a game that got so insanely popular, but it's so fun. It very deep mechanically, like it's like one of those simple to learn but like impossible to master type games. It's all about building your little list of fellas to brutally murder your other people's fellas Pokemon style. And like all about building your stats and getting an engine going and creating this like, you know, an unstoppable god squad that that goes through and just absolutely beats the crap out of everything else in their way, right? If you can do that effectively, it's wonderful. But if you can't, you get shit stomped by another guy running Rooster Dodo, which, if you've played Auto Pets, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, you spend like the first 6 hours of your game getting like halfway through like to round 15, then getting absolutely shit on by a Rooster Dodo player, which is okay. I mean, that's just the meta right now. Every game's every competitive game has a meta. You know, if it didn't, that means it's not a competitive game people really care about. Which is definitely like you want people to care about your game and like try to break it. If I die to this guy, I'm gonna be quite sad. I think I'm gonna take a step back. Take a step back to heal. Wait, he's chasing me? Okay, it's okay. I'm dipping, I'm diving, I'm dodging, I'm running. These little guys are gonna get obliterated. Oh, healing. Yes! Yeah, Super Auto Pets, great game. Amazing game. Definitely, like, I can see why it's some people's, like, actual game of the year. When I first saw it, I was like, no way, this game looks, like, awful. But no, it's legitimately amazingly fun. Just infinite replayability. Very fun to just destroy 5-year-olds online, as it usually is. I have no regrets in saying that. I find it very fun to make 5-year-olds sad on the internet, and I'm not ashamed of it. You know what? I at least give that much to me. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I take great pride in like playing Bloons TD battles too, and like seeing a little kid who's like obviously a little kid and ruining his day. I find that shit awesome. Which maybe isn't the best personality trait to be espousing to people online, but you know what? This is who I am. I am not afraid of your judgment. Fair enough. Oh, okay. Risk of Rain is judging me though. This is very scary. I mean, I did ask for this, but at the same time, I'm scared. Give me back to my little healing ring that I made specifically for this reason. It's okay. It's actually going really well as I hide from my little corner, or in my little corner. You know? Yeah, this is alright. Oh yeah, Bloons TD Battles 2 came out. The sequel to the very popular tower defense game Bloons Tower Defense Battles 1, based off of like the very popular Bloons Tower Defense engine. If you haven't played either of the Bloons Tower Defense Battles games, it's like it's a really fun PvP tower defense game, where basically you both. Oh wow, that was not worth it. You both manage your towers on your side, but you also send like balloons or like basically like your enemies at the other people, which is really fun. And you get it's a fun balancing act between like making your own, like making your attacks and your defense all worthwhile, as well as when you do send balloons at your enemy, they give you more money. You get more money every single time like you get money. Your economy gets better. So it's this balancing act of sending like a shitload of cheap balloons that raise your economy a lot, sending like bigger and more expensive balloons that don't raise your economy as much but might kill the enemy, and also making sure you don't die. So it's this fun balancing act that really is super engaging, and I couldn't recommend it enough. Currently there are some like issues balancing the grind, because there is a grind right now, which is whatever. Every game's got a little bit of grind, but this one's a little bit too much, I think. But that's fine. It's still in beta. Like, it's quote unquote full release, but like it's still a beta for sure, if that makes any sense. But like nonetheless, like the core gameplay is there, and it's very fun. Like I could see why people are unhappy with it, from the standpoint of needing to like grind a lot to get good towers. But it's very, very fun, as far as just like the core gameplay loop goes, and destroying 8-year-olds online. Once again, like my favorite part of the gaming experience, just the fact that I can make an 8-year-old sad. Like I have on-demand 8-year-olds to like make sad. You know how happy that makes me? Like that's like. The internet's like the only place I'm gonna be able to make 8-year-olds upset with until I have my own 8-year-old child, and at that point I'll probably be mature enough to not like, find joy in the mental anguish of people less fortunate than myself. So I mean, at that point I won't even be able to enjoy it. So, the internet's what I got for now. I don't have any real life 8-year-olds I can like point at and call them short. I have to do that online. And it's a hard enough game where you can tell. Like you can tell when, oh, he's vibing. Oh shit. You can tell when like it's a baby playing this game, There's enough moving parts, I think, where like it's not like COD, where it's just like a little kid running around the map yelling like racial slurs into his voice mic. It's like, they play poorly because there is no microphone. You can't hear him making regrettable life choices at the age of like 10 that his parents are probably going to yell at him for once they hear him. But you definitely can like see when they just don't understand the the core concepts of game design, or like game theory, where they're like, hey, it's probably fine if I don't build my economy because I want to build this big cool tower. It's like, no, you can't, Jimmy. You can't build the big cool tower without a good economy. You're gonna get flooded by purple balloons on round 12 and get destroyed. And it's just game design. You gotta look out for the purple balloons, or it's not gonna end out well for you. And then, I'm the guy with the purple balloons on round 12. It's like, I want to make this kid so sad when his big tower gets destroyed by 50 camo purple balloons and it can't even shoot at. That's me. That's my smug ass making children sad. Well, you might ask, like, why do you take so much enjoyment in it? I don't know. I feel like most of those kids are little shits anyway, probably. I mean, realistically, right? Like, a lot of those kids who from like a very early age were allowed to play online games, like ended up being those kids in school that like but actually, like they're the Redditors now, like the fucking you a boyfriend free girl type bitches, The guys who are now like 22 years old and have like a wife, but think that their full-time job is being a Reddit moderator. and before you're like, Wesley, now that's a little bit cruel. Those people exist. Those people really do exist. They get married and like they don't have a job because they think their full-time job is being a Reddit mod, which they aren't even getting paid for, by the way. Which is like extremely sad. You know, imagine, right? Imagine the world like you live in where being a Reddit mod is like your job. Like, your whole, like you don't go to college, you don't learn a trade, you don't even like bother trying because you're a Reddit mod. Like you moderate a forum on the internet and no one pays you for it. I'm dead. I have not won one of these yet. This is getting to be like an unfortunate series of videos because I just can't seem to play well enough to win the game. Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm not getting paid to do this either, but I'm also not considering it a job at all. So, you know what? We're gonna call it there. I hope you guys had a good night. I hope you enjoyed listening to it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.